Hello everyone, it's Kay. Welcome to the ninth episode of my life journey. Recently, I've been reflecting on this journey, how far I've come, the lessons that I've learned, and the challenges that I've faced. From feeling totally lost in life to finding new directions under my life coach's guidance. The past 2 or 3 weeks of my life has been about, pushing the boundaries in my life that I didn't know even exist. The boundaries in my mindsets and perspectives toward life. I want to dive into some deeper issues that I had about the lessons that I had mentioned before. I had a call with Sar, my life coach, and I updated him on my progress and asked him to tell me my deficiencies and the areas that I could potentially improve or I needed to improve, let's say. You know what I mean. I also want to share some key ideas and lessons that I learned that drove me forward about the previous lessons. So today's episode is about commitment, focus, and most importantly and mainly about embracing the discomfort that comes from changing your perspectives and getting used to them. So I'm super excited. Let's get into it. First, Sarah asked me how I'm doing with lesson 1, silence of mind. I responded with full and genuine appreciation and admiration for that lesson. I explained that I am starting to see the world differently. It feels like I have more control over my thoughts, the words that come out of my mouth, my actions, and my focus. It's honestly unbelievable. I can't believe what is happening in my life. And let me tell you, let me break it down. I think you can understand better if I tell the differences that happen in my life. I used to have a dopamine driven kind of a brain or mind, as I understood. Like, I used to check my cell phone every couple of minutes, or I used to get distracted easily when I wanted to focus. But recently, I don't feel the urge at all. Like, I sometimes see my cell phone is lying on my bed or, it's somewhere on the desk for long hours, like for 2, 3 hours. And I got like a couple of messages and calls which I didn't notice at all. It sometimes actually gets annoying when people tell you, "Oh, why didn't you answer? Why don't you, text me back and reply?" But that's okay. Do you feel what I mean? And another example is about focus. Sometimes I need to stare at my course books for long stretches of time. Or sometimes I need to look at some tutorials on YouTube or somewhere for my lessons that are for an hour like long or 2 hours. And I need to, have a laser focus if I want to truly understand the concepts. And I really struggled with that. But recently something changed. I can reach at that study mode where concepts resonate and things click in my mind. Uh, did you have that experience in your life? Like you grab a book, you read 10 to 20 pages, and after that you say, how did the story go? Oh, it doesn't make sense. What happened? I don't get it. Or if it's a scientific kind of a book, you're like, what are these concepts? Where did they come from? Like how are they invented? How do they relate to each other? I don't get it. But now that is gone. I can just, flip pages and understand each of them continuously. And that's magic. That's like, that's exactly something that I missed and wanted to have a couple of months ago. When he asked how I'm doing with lesson one and how long I can focus on my breath, I had to confess or admit that I can only focus on my breath without any thoughts that pop up in my head for no longer than 2, 3, or 4 minutes. But on the other hand, the good point is I can sit quietly and steadily for more than 30 minutes, something I could never do before. Like, I can feel less pain in my back and my spine when I, get into that mode and close my eyes and concentrate on my breath. And that is so much promising for me. He encouraged me to, keep going and, continue steadily improving this exercise and gradually learn how to quiet my mind more and, keep in that state uh, without any unnecessary thoughts for longer times. Right now, when I think about our goal, as he says, which is sitting for an hour or more and keeping, keeping focused for an hour or more without any thoughts, that's like a very distant goal. I don't want to say it's impossible, no, but it's far from where I'm now. But I'm seeing my improvements. And he reminded me that this is a very long term practice. Don't see it as a quick fix. You cannot reach at that state in a month or 2 months or even more. You should you need to see it as a long term goal, like going to gym or like doing fitness. Do you feel what I mean? Let me break it down for you in this way. If you have gone to gym in your life, you can feel that for the first couple of months when you exercise, it's like your body is just waking up. Your muscles are waking up and they are feeling like, hmm, I'm being used and okay, I need to get stronger. So, and for the first couple of months, you just learn the shapes and good forms of the exercises you do in gym. And after a couple of months, you may lose some weight, you may gain some amount of muscle, and you may get just a bit in shape, but still you're not looking like an, professional athlete. It's the same thing, this practice, silence of mind. For the first couple of months, your mind learns what it is and, to wake up, to focus, to realize this focus thing, concentration thing. And after some months, you just see some improvements. And as he said, I need to look at it like a 3 or 4 year goal to reach at that state. So I hope I could explain it to you, uh, crystal clear, as best as I could. But yeah, I'm not hopeless that I can concentrate only 3, 4 minutes. I need to just keep going. The next thing that we discussed was priorities. I asked what my life priorities should be, and he turned this question back to me. And I replied by saying, I saw my work, my job actually, my university studies, health and exercise, social life, and silence of mind as my, uh, top five priorities, with studies and my part-time job at the top two. Then he looked at me in that, serious way that I could understand that that could imply I screwed up somewhere. He corrected me by saying I had it backward. Based on him, according to him, silence of mind must be my primary priority. That's the foundation of success, and you know that's the most essential thing that everything else can be built upon. He told me a sentence that I want to read for you. I wrote down: a distracted, noisy mind can't move forward. I view this silence as the cornerstone of all progress, more important than studying, working out, or even your job. Only with a calm, focused mind can you pursue other goals effectively. So, by that being said, he advised me to prioritize silence of mind first and then work and studies. Actually, then studies, and as the third priority, work. That was a bit heavy for me, and that made me think. That hit me, and I thought about it for 1 or 2 days. And now I can understand what he means. He wants to tell me that at this stage of my life, I need to only, focus on my personal growth. My job has to be in a way that only covers my basic needs so that I can afford, basic needs in life, and that's it. So that I can focus more on the intellectual aspects of my life. I can invest more on my learning and improving myself. He told me another sentence that I want to read for you. Actually, this is, according to him, this is a rule that I need to obey. He laid out his order, as I wrote down: minimize your entertainment, avoid chasing material possessions, and resist the urge to buy new things unless absolutely needed. Now is the time to live simply, focus on essentials, and invest in your long term goals. After this sentence, I got actually shocked. Um, that was a bit intense because, it kind of started to break the bones of some of my perspectives that I've carried, throughout my life. But yeah, I need to incorporate that in my life too. Honestly, I wasn't expecting this order of priorities, but he made it very clear to me. Now I feel that, you know, I need to bring about even more fundamental changes in my life. It's time to rethink everything and, see and find what truly matters, and, act according to what truly benefits me. So that's where I am now, growing and pushing myself and embracing some ideas and perspectives that sometimes even oppose my personal ideas, the way I saw life before. But I think I want to do it. I want to keep going. I want to bring about these changes and see what happens and see what's next. I will let you know about our, coming conversations, and thanks for watching. So until next time, forward.